Hey, Saspreneurs, welcome to day 25 of our 30-day high-level mastery challenge, where we look at one simple implementation to implement straight away. So I was looking at high-level Facebook community, and there was this person who said, "Hey, I've tried high-level for a while. It's not working. I've built all these automations. I'm wanting to sell." And you should look at the list. He has spent so much money on all these snapshots from all the big guys. He's built automations for tattoo shop. He's built automations for, home, HVAC, so many different industries. But he said he has not made a single sale. This is very, very common. This is not targeted towards anyone, no judgments, no insults, but this is one thing that I see, or most of us see, happen in the high level world at least. People get so fancy. People go start buying snapshots after snapshots after snapshots. But I don't know. I spoke to one person that day and he'd invested in everything. He bought, the four bot system, he bought the snapshots, he bought AI voice, he bought everything. I'm like, I don't know, it's just me. If I make $1,000 investment, unless I make 10 grand out of it, I don't make a next investment. The coach that I committed is in 2021. I paid like 7.5 grand, and it's a lifetime coaching container, so I still tap into it if I need to. But I don't know. I've got so much out of that. In fact, I left my full-time job and went into my business because of the belief system shift after joining that coaching. So that's a massive $1 million, outcome out of that 7.5 grand investment. But I still didn't find probably the next right mentor to invest. So I don't do hasty decisions. I make sure I get that return. Every dollar I put in, everywhere I travel, every investment that I make 10 times out of it. I just do it. And that's kind of how I track my activities, how I track my investment. So I don't really think about spending $1,000 for a conference because I know I'll get it back anyways. Right. So I don't know, a lot of people make these emotional things. So I want you to think today, are you one of these people who just go around shopping and buying all these snapshots and things, but don't look at the return or have a way to track the return on that investment? Because that's going to burn you out. That's going to burn your confidence. You can build your confidence by selling. You can build a business by selling. All you have to do is just sell. You don't need fancy snapshots. You don't need fancy automations. Like you can just pick one thing. Like I was selling half-baked cookies. I didn't know high level. I didn't know anything, but I knew the features. I didn't know how to do it. Right? I hired the right people to do it. Like first 5 to 8 clients that I got, I had no idea what happened in the back end. I was learning every day. I would sleep probably an hour and I was with the team learning. And now, though I can build, I choose not to build, right? Then you make a decision. But there is a phase where you will have to hire the experts. Don't try to be it all. Don't try to have, all the ducks lined up and not sell because it makes no sense. So your focus, if you want to call it a business and not an expensive hobby, the only thing you need to do is sell. But a lot of us get bogged down into these automations, into all these fancy things. We forget the whole point that you have to make a sale to make your brain believe that it's working, to actually validate that whatever you're selling is an offer that people will swipe their cards. So today's task is to audit whether you go panic buying, emotional buying, and whether you've had return on every investment that you've done. It could be $100 course, it could be a $10 ebook, it could be whatever money. Have you used it and got return on your investment? I have a separate tab for all the investments, courses, everything that I purchased, and I go through them all the time and periodically I review them. Okay, so there has to be that element where you revisit your investments to check whether you've applied that, whether that investment was worth it. At least it'll stop you from emotional investing the next time. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.